Hey, what is up people? This is Johnny and today we're going to be doing a theory on whether criminal organizations work together in the Pokemon world. This theory was suggested by Marvel Trainer. Marvel Trainer basically asked in the theory, do criminal organizations work together in the Pokemon world? Alright, so I'm actually going to answer the question, do criminal organizations, for example, like Team Rocket, Team Plasma, Team Aqua, Team Magma, all these type of criminal organizations in the Pokemon world, do they somehow come into contact at some certain point to work together on taking over the world? Well, throughout the evidence as it goes on through different generations and seasons in the Pokemon anime, there actually doesn't seem to be any quite evidence that suggests that they work together. But there is an interesting theory that how they might actually be all connected to each other. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about is I want to mention Team Aqua and Team Magma. And now if you played the Pokemon Emerald games and the Pokemon remakes, ORAS remakes, you probably will notice that they actually do work together at some point. Those Archie and Maxie have to work together in order to control the legendary Pokemon and try to bring the world back to peace once they realize that they all have made a mistake by releasing these legendary Pokemons and causing all this catastrophic thing going on in the region. So they actually do work together. And now there was certain theories that suggest that at some certain point Archie and Maxie both actually worked together as a team. They were probably on the same team, but then they disbanded each other because they kind of had a little differences. They had differences between each other, so they decided not to work with each other. But this is actually evidence that this theory might actually have been because they were mentioning about how they talked about how they steal the infinity energy, and that may have led to them working together at some point. And as you can see, they're both different team organizations that are not supposed to work together. Now, the other thing I want to mention why probably most teams don't work together at any point. You see, every single team in the world of the Pokemon anime world, or the games, they all have a different goal. They're trying to accomplish something else, and they all have different agendas in their list. For example, they wanted, like Team Aqua and Team Magma wanted to restore the world to its original state, and let's say Team Plasma wanted to take over the world and do all types of stuff. They all have different goals. And Team Rockets, I guess they just wanted to be powerful and more money and, you know, build the strongest and capture the legendary Pokemons. I believe that was Team Rockets, so correct me if I'm wrong. But see, they all had these different agendas that they probably don't work with each other. Another thing that might interest you is that the way they work together is probably like a mafia. If you ever heard of the mafia, then you probably will be familiar how different criminal organizations, organized criminal organizations work. They don't necessarily have to work with each other, but that could lead to a suggestion. If they're working as a mafia, there could be certain times where they'll come across each other's path and they might help out each other in doing something criminal in order to achieve their goals, which is actually quite possible because if you look at Team Rocket, they probably have come encounter to different teams because in the anime they always appear almost in every season, and I believe Giovanni started appearing in Black and White at some point as well. So you never know, he probably did have some connections with that region of the criminals in that region, but it's only a possibility. It's not the fully that they work together, but it's quite a possibility. So if you look at it, it might be that they work in the mafia style, but certainly they do not get along because they have different agendas. And that's what I think about this theory where Pokemon criminal organizations work together. So yeah. Thank you for watching this Pokemon theory, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me in the comment sections what do you think about this theory. Also, if you haven't checked out some of my previous videos, make sure to click on those two boxes to go ahead and see them.